How can younger people assist and treat an elderly person better? Support them financially. Buy them groceries and help them pay their monthly electricity and water utility bills, without expecting them to pay it back. Buy them clothing and other necessities such as a new pair of shoes, or simply give them some cash which they can spend in any manner they desire to. When giving to the elderly, it is definitely more blessed to give to them, than to receive from them. Acts 20 verse 35. If they have their own house or apartment and are staying on their own, you may also offer them a place to stay inside your house, or in a separate dwelling on your property. Having them stay with you will reduce their house rental and maintenance expenses. You will then also be able to check on their well-being on a daily basis, and they will have the added benefit of seeing and enjoying the company of their children and grandchildren on a more regular basis. For the aged who require the care and facilities available at an old age home or frail care facility, pay the monthly residence bills for them. If regular financial support to them in cash or through the purchasing of certain health care items seems difficult for you, you need to weigh these up against the costs of them being hospitalized at any given stage. The cost of a single hospital admission may be just as much as the regular financial support or the cost of these items over a 2-year period. Help them physically. Be careful, however, not to treat those with a pronounced physical impairment such as a hunchback or prominent physical disability, as if they are also mentally challenged, and can no longer think for themselves. Physical disability does not equal mental disability. Some elderly people develop a lack of sleep, chronic fatigue, severe backache, spinal arthritis, heart problems, and depression due to the physical, mental and emotional assistance and support they need to provide to their elderly spouse or other relatives with sickness and disability. Assist those who act as caregivers with the necessary health aids and other advice, and also give him a break by standing in for him in doing these tasks. If you can afford it, you may also get him a nurse or other caregiver who at times can care for the sick person at home. Such respite care is definitely most welcome. Make certain tasks lighter for them. You may therefore give them a ride and accompany them when they must do shopping or go for medical appointments. Provide them with 1 plate of cooked food per day. Handle certain paperwork or legal documents for them. Rearrange their house so that the things they use frequently are within their reach, and everything may be found easily. Help them at regular intervals with the cleaning of the house, tending to the garden and cleaning the backyard. Obtain medical devices for them which can ease their daily personal activities. These assistive aids may include the following: for moving around, walking stick, walker, wheelchair, inner soles for shoes. For sleeping, firm mattress, memory foam sleep cushion. For sitting, lumbar back support cushion, high seat chair, back brace, corset. For bathing, long back brush, bath chair, non-slip bath mat. For low vision and blindness, spectacles, magnifying glass, magnifying sheet, audio Bible. For poor hearing, sound amplifiers, hearing aids. For eating, false teeth, dentures, plate guard, plate mat, weighted or curved utensils. For forgetfulness, pill reminder box, diary, alarm clock, voice recorder. For communication and access to help, elderly specific cell phone, cordless telephone. For endurance and energy saving, basic exercise bike, arm reacher. Get them the medical assistance they require, take them to the relevant healthcare practitioner and assist with the payment of medical bills. Obtain the necessary nutritional supplements which could assist in relieving or slowing down the symptoms of the medical conditions they are suffering from. Most children would not be slow to do so, and will even try and move mountains to ensure their parents are in good health. It is, however, important to understand that both with regards to prevention and recovery from illness, visiting the elderly and showing your care for them on a regular basis is just as important as the nutritional supplements, exercise, medication, or other health procedures required. A visit is often just as effective as a good shot of medicine for the body, mind, and spirit of the person. In some cases, a visit is even more effective. The health drink given to stimulate his appetite, for example, may not even be required for many days following the visit, especially if the children also brought them something nice to eat or useful for their illness. Do not isolate them or forget about them, never despise them. While the person is still alive and well, you must consider what your life will be like when that person is no longer in your life. It is too late to do so when he is on a deathbed. Doing so when the person is deceased could result in constant guilt and grief, whereas having such a careful consideration now will help you identify the opportunities you have currently, which you can make the most of. The elderly need to see and feel that someone is taking an interest in them. In old age, people have a greater need to feel loved, special, valued, and cared for. Take the elderly with you outside the house, on social outings, and when doing grocery shopping. According to Luke 14 verses 13 and 14, God will reward you for considering them in this regard. Do not wait for them to be confined to a wheelchair, bed, or even their place of residence due to inability to walk or ill health, before realizing that you should have done so more often. Many children unfortunately take advantage of the fact that their elderly parents do not understand modern technology. They lie to their parents by citing the mechanical or related failures of their own or their parents' telephone or computer devices as the reason for their lack of communication. If you stay far away from them, maintain the necessary contact with them through letters and emails with photos of you and your own family household. Where possible, video calls by smartphone or computer are even a lot more effective, as these enable you to have a face-to-face conversation, in spite of the great physical distance between you. Do not wait for deafness to set in, before realizing that you should have made more telephone calls to them. Do not wait for dementia to set in before realizing that you should have visited them more frequently, and that they would still have been able to recognize you then. Do not wait for some or another mental or serious physical illness to rob them of their ability to even have a simple 5-minute conversation with you, before realizing that your contact with them was far too insufficient when they still enjoyed good health. Regular contact with them through these means mentioned can be of greater benefit to their overall health than the regular chronic medication they might be taking. When making contact with them, you should also not regard it as excessive or unnecessary to be asking them questions about old events or long-forgotten people. It helps them feel good that they could have shared some things with you as well. This also assists in improving or maintaining good memory, as they would never have recalled something, in other words, brought the memory to the surface, if you had never asked a question about it.